going on there, guys? We back with another one, and we got to talk a little bit about Ja Morant today. Now, he sent another warning out to the NBA today. First, we're going to talk about, him showing his sadness for Dillon Brooks. The Memphis Grizzlies sent out a post thanking Dillon Brooks for everything he's done for the organization, and, he was a part of their resurgence, and Ja Morant quoted that, with teary eyes, and pretty much he's gonna miss his brother and everything, and I get that. Also, Ja Morant said everything is being noted, pretty much saying he's listening to all the pundits, everyone out here talking about his character and his game, and different things they're saying, narrative surrounding him, if he's a leader or not. Is he that guy? And Ja is saying that when he gets back, they gonna feel him. He said that the other day, and he's saying he's taking mental notes of everything. Now, some people may not like this because the whole thing in the post-game conferences is that they were gonna do less talking and just showing you what they are. And this kind of looks like that sort of chatter a little bit, but maybe Ja's just simply saying he's taking mental notes and he's going to go out there and put it on full display when he gets back. Who knows? It may not be that serious. Now, we have Marcus Smart speaking on Ja Morant. He was specifically asked at his introductory press conference about what he's going to bring to the locker room because they saw his effect on Tatum and Brown. Because this is what I say. Like, they brought in Kyrie Irving, who's a uber talent on offense. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't have the impact on those young guys that a Marcus Smart did. And in fairness, Kyrie wanted to get out of there and didn't get to see them grow. But Marcus Smart and Ime Udoka had a great impact on Brown and Tatum. And they're asking about how he's going to lead the Grizzlies and fill that void for leadership, and specifically how he's going to impact Ja. Let's check it out.
From Colin Cody, Channel 3 WREG in Memphis. Marcus, knowing your role and what you provided to the locker room in Boston, do you see your role in the Memphis locker room as being the same or different as it was in Boston?
That's a good question. At this moment, I don't know. I got to earn these guys' trust. In Boston, I was there. I was the longest tenured guy. I grew up with those guys. Here, I'm a new face coming in, although, I have some experience on me. But, as competitors, you see a new guy coming in, you're not just going to, give them your attention right away. They're going to have to earn it. And that's what I expect to do. So right now, I don't know. But if that's where God, allows me to go and that's where he wants me to go, then definitely that's where I'll be.
And then Colin also wanted to know, though Ja will be serving out his suspension and away from the team, how important is it for you to build that relationship with him so that when he does come back, it's an easy transition back to the floor for both of you?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. Ja is a very special player, and he's very important to this team. And for us to do anything great, we're going to need Ja, and we're going to need Ja to be the best he can be. So for me, as a competitor, I love to push guys to the limit, especially a guy who's great. I've done it over in Boston with those guys, and, it's my brother. So I want to be able to have that same relationship with Ja because, like I said, he's a great player, and we're going to need him to do what we want to do.
And I think the Memphis Grizzlies has taken an interesting approach. They have a leader that can be demonstrative, like Marcus Smart, who can get up in your face and really get confrontational. They have that type of leader, and they have D Rose who can pull Ja aside. And, although D Rose is quiet, he will be blunt and he'll keep it real with you about what's going on. And I think that's going to work really well. Now, I like to hear Marcus Smart. He's a real leader because he said he has to come in and earn these guys' respect. But he also mentioned that he liked to challenge guys, and he's going to challenge Ja Morant. If you've seen a Jason Tatum and a Jaylen Brown, you're definitely going to challenge a Ja Morant, not only, with his own court play, but really just his leadership skills, because at some point they want him to take over. And Ja has shown some on-court leadership. It's just that some of his actions haven't complemented the leader that we know he is. He was a phenomenal leader at Murray State because those guys elevated their play and they really thought they could win because they were going into battle with him. And his leadership style, it was fun on the court. And those guys, when he would get them, spoon feed them great shots, great lobs, they would think, literally they could beat any team in the country. And when he came in the league, he came with that same confidence. And he kind of got, thrown off track a little bit with the gangsterisms and everything, but he's got a chance to reflect. And now he gets to come back, learn from these guys, D Rose, who was at the top of the mountain of his type of point guard, just a few, not a few years ago, but like about a decade ago, he was at the top of the mountain. And so he's someone he can really look to. Marcus Smart is 1,000% going to challenge him to be the best player he can be. And that's why they brought him in. Taylor Jenkins has said that Ja's words don't really mean anything no more. And he has to show it. And that's why I feel like they brought in two types of leaders. And, I think this is going to be good for the whole team because one thing I kept asking myself about the Grizzlies was who was their leader? Who was their veteran leader? And Steven Adams tried to step up and take that role, but they weren't listening to him. I think Marcus Smart is going to get the ear of people and get their attention. And I think if they don't listen, then the confrontations can get physical in the locker room. They asked him about Tony Allen in this interview too, and it's funny because they both went to Oklahoma State. They both played for the Celtics, and they were both playing for the Grizzlies. You know what I'm saying? So I think the parallels with those two as far as leaders is crazy when you think about it, and the type of players that they are. They are going to get in your face, and, I know that it can go, wherever you want to take it. But the beautiful thing is they're going to fight for you 10 times as hard as they're going to fight with you. They're going to do all that behind the scenes with you, but when you have those guys on the court with you, they're going to go with you 1,000%. And I think Ja Morant is going to benefit from that. I think he's going to come back. He's going to be like we've never seen him before. And I think they're going to do some winning before he gets back. I would like to see D Rose still play because I think he still has something in the tank. You put him and Marcus Smart out there, I think not only are these guys leaders, obviously Marcus Smart is still in his prime, but I think D Rose still can play, man. Last time I seen him on the court, the Knicks just wasn't playing him at the end because he wasn't in the plans for the future, but I think in Memphis, he can give you some good minutes, especially while Ja is out, in addition to some much-needed leadership. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.